Yo, it's your boy Kengi, hashtag Mr. Tell the Truth. Heading to put in that work. Got up this morning around 3. Put in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I meditated on that word about 25 minutes. It took me a nap. And I'm in the book of 1 John, the book of John 1 John chapter 1 talks about, I got out of the scripture was how to understand how to be chosen, how to understand how God calls so many, but he only chooses a few. And one thing that when you being when you have been chosen by the living God for a purpose, everything that you see ain't always what it is. Everything that you hear may be facts and not the truth. All the things that you was taught could be wrong. Now, all the things that God will minister to you will be right. And it's amazing how we go through life reading these scriptures, reading the book, studying his words, and don't understand it to be able to practice it in our daily lives. Or don't understand it to a point where you become wise as a man, male or female. Or don't understand it to have wisdom to predict your future. Or have a plan and a purpose to strive for a goal, strive for achievement, strive for accomplishment. All we do is follow the traditions. Everything that we've been doing in the last 400 years was traditions. We've been traditionally thinking a certain way. We've been traditioned to stay inside of the box. We've been traditioned to focus on what you already have, not your heart. So I come to grips is that I'm going to step outside the box. I'm going to focus on what I love to do and what I want to accomplish in my generational seeds of seeds. How would I be able to teach them the truth? How would I be able to cause them not to follow traditions of being a follower? Cause them to separate themselves of worshiping idol images, worshiping things made by man's hand versus the living God. So, some of y'all gonna have your own precepts or your perception based on what I just said. If you ain't reading the book 2 hours and 40 minutes, I don't want to hear it. Keep your opinion to yourself because they are irrelevant. Because this word gonna stand. Heaven and earth gonna pass away. So, when God became the man named Jesus, it's the physical body. It came down to show us how to enter the kingdom. It came down to teach us how to enter the kingdom. It came down to earth to minister to us how to enter the kingdom. So he was the Son of God. Of course, the living God was his Father. As you read in the scriptures, it always said that there's your mother, your sister, and your brother. But it never said there's your father. Because he was the Word. The Father always been the Word. John the Baptist said it best. He never said there was your father. He always told Jesus, where's your sister? There's your sister and your brother and your mother. But they never said the word Father. Because there's only one Father of all fathers. There's only one Lord of all lords. One King of all kings. And that's the living God that created everything that we see. Heaven and the earth. Genesis, first chapter, verse 1. God said, let there be light. And there was light. He moved his face across the face of the earth. where the water was. He separated the two so you can determine heaven and earth. So we read these scriptures now. We read these scriptures. We take them out of content. We put our own doctrine in there. We try to make it to where we know more than the next person. We try to make it to where it benefit us knowing a little bit more than the average person. It wasn't nothing about all that. The scripture wasn't wrote about none of that. The scripture was wrote mainly about to control the way you think, to be conscious of your mind. That's basically what the Bible is all about. How a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If the man don't read the book, how is it going to be in his heart? If the man don't study the scriptures, how is it going to be in his heart? Think about it. If your mind is the lamb, if your mind is the mediator of the soul, what information are you downloading? Everything that you see came from the book. Everything. Every tree, every seed, every animal, every building, every piece of gold, every piece of silver came from the one and only book that told us, gave us instruction and information. But we seek destruction before we get instruction. Now that's the truth. That's why you got your own perception. That's why you go to certain school so you can hear the word. The word is in you. All you got to do is study it. And he shall direct your path. So in other words, Mr. Hashtag tell the truth gonna be told. That's the real revelation of the whole world and the earth from creating it in the beginning. It shall be revelation. He gonna build a relationship with all of his kids, and they shall succeed in everything he do, and they shall be prosper in everything that he calls them to be a purpose of. And I'm out. Hashtag Mr. Tell the Truth. Peace.